And that is exactly why this series exists. So before I move ahead, I want to pause here. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to type it in the chat screen, or feel free to ask me also as to what basically this series is going to be regarding, or any clarifications that you have. Either raise your hands, or else please type in the chat box, or else please feel free to unmute yourself and raise the questions as well. Does anybody have any questions?
Hi, Archana. This is Nadraj here.
Yes,
Thanks
Natasha.
for your efforts on this educative session. These sections are in future more useful for employees or only for HR professionals?
No, it is useful for everybody in the organizational setup. Thank you so much for asking this question. It is not for only the HRs. It is for people who are in the organizational setup, people who are in the corporates, people who are in the companies. They can very well come ahead and join in the session. They can join as speakers or as participant. I'm available for both.
Okay. So it clearly explain about in coming series how the HR part effectively can be work well, right? That is the series about, right? Coming series.
Yes, the coming series will have a different speaker for each of the series. We'll have a different speaker, so they will be coming ahead with their topics, and we'll be able to discuss that. Yes, Mr. Venkat, you have a question? Can you please unmute?
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Good morning, Archana.
Good
Actually,
morning.
what is the agenda of this talk show? Will it follow some specific formats?
Thank you so much, Mr. Venkat. And could you also please introduce yourself before? Sorry, I missed for the previous Mr. Natraj, but could you also please introduce yourself before we go ahead?
I am Venkat Raman. Actually, I'm working with the Mahindra Finance as SME manager.
Okay, sure. Thank you so much. So yes, here we have a specific agenda. We are in the talk show. It is not going to be like how I've displayed right now, just Mentimeter questions. As I informed at the initial phase, this is just an introduction round. So it is just setting the context straight. However, in the talk show, when we start, let me just type in the chat box itself. We'll have a welcome note just like we had today, but I request the participant to please keep the speaker on. We'll have an interaction on the topic. So each day, each time is going to be a different topic, a different speaker. Interaction will be there between the speaker and between me, wherein we will discuss regarding the topic which is mentioned. I'm typing in the chat screen. Post the interaction, we will also have some questions for the participants who are there based on what the interaction we had. If the questions, the participants are able to answer it well, here's something very nice for all the people. We will be also be giving a surprise gift for the speakers who have got the maximum answers right. So we will have a surprise quiz, and in the surprise quiz, we will also have surprise gifts for the winners of the talk show. Okay, Mr. Raj, I will be addressing that as well. So let me finish off with Mr. Venkat's question. So after the questions for the participants and the surprise gifts, we will have a Q&A session. So if the participants have any question in line with the topic of the day, then they can also go ahead and raise any questions for that. And towards the last, of course, we will have vote of thanks or ending note from the participants there. So this is the agenda of the talk show. Right now, since it is the first one, the launch episode, there is not much in the talk show except for just giving an introduction for that. Coming to Mr. Raj's question, what are the topics that you will have in the talk show? Thank you so much for that. So basically in the topics, if you see, these are going to be organizational related topics or HR related topics. For example, let me say some let me see if I have any particular topics right now here with me. So we'll have topics such as probably, sorry, I'm struggling here with the screen a bit. Yes, so we'll have topics such as probably how to give the feedback to the participants, how to give a feedback, sorry, not to the participants, to the people in the team, how to manage team, how to manage the team, or how to manage changes which are coming across in the team. So HRs or anybody in the organization, whenever there is any changes with regards to the policies, the participants who are there, the people who are there, they may or may not accept it. How can we go ahead and making sure that they are actually accepting it, rather than saying that it is company policy, we have to do it, rather than saying that I'm the manager, I'm the senior manager, you have to do it because I have said it. That is probably not an able sense of leadership. That is probably just an autocratic leadership. So the topics are going to be in line with those kind of roles. So every speaker, every episode is going to be a different speaker, and every speaker would be coming across with these topics. It is going to be held on every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Fix it, and every speaker can come into the picture. Any other questions? What is the meaning of communique and how is it different from communication? Communique is just another term for communication. Sorry. Communique is just another term for communication in another language. I've just given it a term as confidence communique. That's all.
Hi, Archana. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, there are two questions. One of my ex-colleague is in HR. So how I can tell him to attend? So can you?
Sure. So thank you so much. But may I know who was this person who had asked me
This
this
is
question?
Rajiv Gokhale from Mumbai.
Raj, oh yes.
Yeah,
Hello, Rajiv. I did
yeah.
speak
I am
to you
freelance
yesterday.
trainer. And yeah.
Yes. So in the chat screen, if you see, I have sent quite a good number of links. And
Okay.
one among those links is my WhatsApp community. Okay, I'll resend all those links again. One among those links is my WhatsApp community. So if you're joining in the WhatsApp community, you can very well come and yes. Let me type again. Thank you so much. Sorry, handling a few tabs here side by side, so mixing it. Yes, so I've sent all of it. WhatsApp community is the one which I'm holding right now. We have around 250 members in the community. Started just a few months earlier, so it's a little bit small. But thank you so much for all the people who are there in the community. You can send the community link across to them, ask them to join in it. So every week I'm going to post in the community as to what exactly is the episode going to be regarding, what is the topic, who is the speaker. They can definitely come and join. They can register for the session, just like how you have registered right now.
Now, my second question is that I am a freelance trainer. So how those things will be helpful for me?
Definitely, because now if you see the topics which are going to come into the picture, say for example, if it is feedback. So if you're a freelance trainer, you can listen to the feedback session, the 1 hour of talk show which we will have. And when you will go ahead and deliver the sessions, it is not just going to be a generic feedback round. Generic talking regarding the SBI method, talking regarding the sandwich method, at what it is. If we are actually listening to the talk show, we'll be able to listen from the corporate setup, how the feedback is given, what are the concerns which are happening. So now when you are going to go and deliver the sessions, you can give them some case studies or scenarios based from the organizational aspect of feedback, rather than just giving the theoretical version of it, or rather than just giving some quiz scenarios based on feedback. You can definitely take some learnings from here as well and deliver in your session.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello,
yes,
madam.
Mr. Pras, I can see your hands being raised. Please go ahead.
Archana is here. Archana Manjunath here.
Oh, Manjunath. Sorry, Mr. Pras. Yes, Manjunath, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much, ma'am. I'm looking for really, thank you for the Chandra sir, Ramchandra sir is given the opportunity to want to join with you. And it's a great pleasure. Please go ahead. All the best. End of the session, I can give you the questions. Whatever I'm doing, freelancer come as a health. I'm working as a health advisor, come freelancing.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
I'm working with the AI. It is a Philips company, and as a freelancer also I work. I will take advice from you later on.
Yes, sure. We would love to then learn something regarding from the AI as well. Okay, so Mr. Raj had asked me a question for which I was struggling a little bit with regards to using the chat box and all that. Now I've gotten hand of it. So here's an example of how various topics are going to be. The role of HR in digital transformation. Post this, I'll come to you, Mr. Pras. the role of HR in digital transformation, remote and hybrid workforce management, lessons for young leaders, the new age HR toolkit, AI automation and agility. Since you just now mentioned AI, I was it strike my mind, designing employee experiences that retain talent. So basically, if you see many of the companies, they are handling employee engagement in such a manner that is they just hold team building games and they come back. But employee engagement is not just about holding games. Employee engagement goes further beyond it. That is, we need to hold sessions for probably some speaker sessions, dental camp, dental eye checkup camp, free camp like that. These are also engagement sessions. Why are we not even doing that? People are not even aware that we can do something like that. Otherwise, they think that budget comes into hand. But trust me, budget is not at all a concern. There are so many people who will do free workshops for you. Why are we not discussing that? Why are we not doing that in our workshop? These are the small things which will actually come into point if we have to create an organizational setup, or rather than an organizational setup, I would see an engagement in line, which will be helpful for us to retain the talents as well. So that is what we can also discuss. Mr. Pras, I'm so sorry. Are you there in the call?
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. Hello, Pras. How are you?
I'm very well, Archana. How are you doing?
I'm great as well. Thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, I'm glad to see the kind of development you made through this channel. Appreciate that. I think I was the first speaker in your
Yes.
right. Um,
From there to here, that's the journey. Thanks a ton.
yeah, the journey is really going good. I appreciate and I wish you doing well. So I was just listening to someone asking, the meaning of communique or how different is it from communication. Yes, you are right. It is another meaning, but then in a different way. It is a synonym, but then communique basically is used as an official statement. So communication is basically a common word that we use to interact or to express our views. But communique is a word that is used as an official statement, especially in the newspapers or in any kind of statements in an organization, which uh, informs the people across or which gives a statement. So that's how the word communique comes from. So I thought of answering this, so I just pissed in.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving this insights to me as well.
Yeah,
I would also be liking to know a little bit more further on this. Well, I guess that answers your question as well, Miss Yogita.
yeah,
Any
that's it.
other
Thank you.
questions, yeah, please? Thank you so much, Mr. Pras.
Yeah.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, please. Kindly
Yes,
introduce
Shahab this side.
yourself.
Shahab this side from
Oh, yes,
ASP.
Shahabdin. Yes.
Yes, very good morning, and it's nice to see you early morning. Positive, you're spreading positive energy. It's really good
10:45
to
is
know.
not early morning for me, Mr.
I
Shahab.
no, the beginning of the morning. Sorry for the correction for that.
No problem. Please go ahead.
So actually, I had the question. So since you were talking about leadership and human resource management, so I could able to see like there are organizations where there are a good number of men and female. So how do you communicate if there's a huge difference in the numbers of ratio of male and female? So how do you approach? I've seen that female HRs are more easy to approach than a male HR. What I have observed, but I don't know whether I'm right or not. So if you can.
Sorry, I didn't get your question well. Are you asking how do we speak to people who are from different genders, or are you asking how do we communicate the ratio across? Sorry, I didn't get your question well.
No. I was asking like how do we communicate with the HRs? Like if there's a female HR and a male HR. So
Thank you
how
so much.
does a female employee approach male and
Thank you so much
vice
for the
versa?
question. And this question is also something which probably people have that in mind. And that is what I would like to answer here, Mr. Shahab. That is, it is a lot regard this session which we are holding right now is not regarding a topic which goes inside and out. Because now, if I get into the discussion, of course, it's not like I will not be having an answer. I would have an opinion, and then it will go ahead with some other discussions and all that. So I probably would be preferring to answer this question in one of the topics of the talk show wherein we are going to have this topic. Okay. Presently, the ones which I would be happy to address is only in lines with what this series is going to be regarding.
Got it, ma'am. Thank you for your.
Sure, please. Any other questions from anyone? So this is going to be on every Saturday. The community link which is posted in the chat screen. Please feel free to join the community. WhatsApp community towards the last we have. Please feel free to join the community. You will get regular updates. Sending individually across to people is a little bit difficult for me because not because of the time, but we have WhatsApp business. It is not WhatsApp personal. Those who are not aware, let me tell you, WhatsApp business has a limit as well on the number of messages which we can send across in a day. So I usually send across only in the community. Community is not going to be open for everybody. It is going to be limited only to me. So every 1 hour, I'm not just going to regularly type good morning, how are you, good morning, how are you all. That is not going to happen. Please feel free to join the community. Your number is also going to remain private. So you will not be able to see anybody who is there in the community, except for me, of course, the community admin. Apart from that, you will not be able to see. So feel free every Saturday 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. online via Zoom. Free registration. You will have the session for sure. But what is the registration link and who is going to be the speaker, who is going to be the topic is going to be displayed only onto the community. Thus, I request you to please come and join the community for getting the regular updates. Is there any other questions which we have? Else, can we please wind up with the session?
On the topics, will you be informed in advance what topics on the talk will be there?
Yes, of course. This question comes from
Rajiv Gokhale.
Okay, fine. So let me show you a small example of how I have created for one. I'm holding, as Mr. Ramesh had started, he said that I'm holding sessions previously as well. So let me show you how basically one of the previous session was created and sent across. Yes. So now you can see here, I've posted into the chat screen. So here's a poster which will go across to the people. So if you're there in the community or if you have been regularly following me, I also updated my status. You can save my number as well. Yes, there you go. I've put it in the chat screen. It's loaded. So the topic as well as the speaker is posted across. Here is how the poster is going to come in. So you can definitely, below that, I am going to mention the registration link and the WhatsApp link. You can definitely come and join the registration. I mean, you can register yourself using the link and you'll get reminded.